Hello, lovely world. So, I didn't know how to approach this video. After the video I posted yesterday, I was realizing something, and I realized a lot of things in my life. Every year since I turned 21, and even when I turned 18, I always thought that my birthday I had to do something extraordinary or extravagant, if you will, and or do something fun, wild, crazy. And I got to do that from 21 to 29. And heck, even for my 30th birthday, I got to do something fun, wild, and crazy. I got to go to Vegas. This year, I want to go back to my roots. And when I say I want to go back to my roots, for a majority of my 20s, I used to go to this bar so many times. And I did it for my birthday, I did it for a bunch of other events, not even events, just a weekend hanging out and just being an awesome human being. And when I say I want to go back to my roots, I'm not talking about drinking like 5 or 6 shots or drinking 3 or 4 Red Bulls or any of that stuff. I'm talking about like hanging out, not just hanging out, having fun with my friends. And yes, I do have friends. Just because you don't see them in my videos or I don't really talk about them a whole lot, I do have friends. Even though most of the time I'm usually in this room filming a video, or I'm watching YouTube videos, or I'm watching movies on Netflix, or I'm watching TV shows on Netflix, or I'm watching Instagram stories, whatever it is. You know, I've seen a lot of things happen from my 21st birthday all the way up until my 30th birthday. And even from my 20th to from my 18th to my 20th. But let's be real. There is this part of me that does have fun. It may not seem like it because I don't really like to show you guys that fun stuff, but it's there. And I want to do that again in 2 months. 2 months from now, two-ish months, 2.5 months from now, it is my 31st birthday. And I know I say I need, or any of that stuff. But the fact of the matter is that my 31st, I'm only going to turn 31 once in this lifetime. In the next lifetime, who knows if I'll reach 31. And yes, I do believe I will have another lifetime after this. I don't know how long after I pass on it's going to happen, but I do believe that there's going to be a next life for me. And it's going to be an amazing life. Filled with heartbreaks, filled with love, filled with family, all of that stuff. But fun is what's most important for me right now in this life. And I want to have fun for my 31st. And going back to my roots, and going back to the place that I've loved for so many years, from 21 to 25, and then it had that fire and it didn't reopen until just shortly after my 27th birthday. It was, I mean, technically it wasn't open for my 25th. It had electrical fire and it sucked, and they had 2 years off to redo everything. But it was so amazing to go there for my 28th birthday and my 29th birthday. And I want to go back there and see what they have in store. For not just for me, but for every single person I'm going to invite that's from my friends group that's from around where I live right now. I'm not going to ask anyone from other countries or other states or other cities to come back to celebrate my 31st. I know I have to meet new people. I know that. And I used this term when I was talking to a friend of mine, a best friend of mine, he is like a brother to me. For 15 years now, I've been his friend. I know his middle name, I know his birthday, I know his name. We talk as much as we can via text message or via Facebook or via Instagram, whatever it is. We've been talking for a long time. He knows me best of all. There's another person who knows me better than him, way better than him, but he knows me extremely well. He knows what I like. He knows who I loved back in the day. And he's going to be the catalyst that brings everything full circle and brings me back to my good old days of going to this bar that I haven't been to in 2 years. 31 is going to be an amazing birthday. I'm not going to be filming anything from that day. I might take a few photos on my phone, but the fact of the matter is that this is who I am and what I want my 31st to be. It's to be fun, to live adventurously, to have a little, wildness in me, but not too much wildness. Act a little out there, if you will. Just be who I used to be, because that's what this body, this human that I am, needs in this time and in these days. I've seen 3 decades of life, and I'm ready for the next decade. I'm ready for this decade to happen. And there's so many things that from 31 to 39 that I want to do. And I talk about all the time. There are so many adventures to be had, from my 31st birthday in April of this year to my 40th birthday in 2029. Because that's what I need right now is going back to the place I love. Going back to my roots from 21 to 24. And experiencing all the things I used to experience all in just one night. One night. My birthday. On April 17th. And I'm going to do the best I can to make my birthday this year the best damn birthday I could ever imagine. Because that's what I do. I make this big spectacular spectacle. This awesome thing. I do it every year. I try to make the best of my birthday every single year since I turned 21. Since I turned 25. And since I turned 30. And there are so many amazing birthdays I can have in this new decade. For example, I can start this year for my 31st. Even for my 35th. Or my 32nd, or 33rd, or 34th, or 36th, or 37th, 38th, 39th. All of these birthdays are going to be huge for me. But let's take it one birthday at a time. Let's focus mostly on my 31st. In just 2 short months from now, on April 17th, we do something I haven't done in 2 years. They're probably not going to be the same bartenders and the same crew that worked there 2 years ago. But there's one thing that always gets me going, and that is my brother. Not my real brother, but my best friend I've known for 15 years. It'll be 16 years this year. Because we were best friends in high school. I mean, not best friends. We were friends from our sophomore year of high school all the way until today. That was 2005. And now it's 2020. I know that equates to 15 years, but it's really 16. So, I know he knows that this has to be the best birthday I've ever had. And don't get me wrong, I had an amazing 27th birthday. I got to do things I never imagined were possible for my 27th. Now let's focus 4 years later, even though they were two different locations, that this birthday will be the best, second best birthday I've had in my entire life. And I know that's sad to say, but 27 was my best. Don't get me wrong, 25 was great, 21 was great, 18 was great, but 27 and this one are going to be the best ones yet. At least that I've experienced. I mean, 35 can be magical, or the best one out of every single one. Even my 40th could be amazing. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know for a fact that 31 is going to be the best birthday I've had since my 27th. I don't know what's going to happen exactly on my 31st if I go to this bar, but I know if he's there, we're going to have a good goddamn time. Because that's what brothers do. They're there for each other. And I've already started inviting people. It doesn't, and probably no one's going to show up, but I'm inviting them. Because that's what I do. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow on the first day of February. You all know the drill. Keep real. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great 2020. Have an amazing birthday, whatever age you're celebrating. And just be you. Bye-bye.